Welcome to the Authentic Change Podcast. I'm Mike Horne, your host, and this podcast is for leaders and coaches who need and want fresh perspectives on what it means to live and to lead authentically. You're a leader who wants to make a difference, but sometimes you feel stuck. You know there's more to life and to leadership than what you're currently experiencing. It can be tough to figure out how to grow as a leader. You might be reading all the blogs and books, but it still feels like you're not making progress. You might even be feeling like you're doing everything wrong. On Authentic Change with Mike Horne, we interview experts who share their insights on how to live and lead authentically. Our guests are trendsetters in building great leaders, teams, and organizations. We provide fresh perspectives on what it means to live with purpose and authenticity. Welcome to this episode of the Authentic Change Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to this episode of Authentic Change with your host, Mike Horne. This podcast has been all about promoting authentic change and personal growth. And I am happily reporting that we are launching into a new podcast, The People Dividend, which will premiere on February 13th, 2024. So I believe this is our final edition, our final episode of Authentic Change with Mike Horne. And I am so grateful for all of the investment, energy, and enthusiasm that you, my loyal listeners, and those who are new to listening to Authentic Change, thank you from the bottom of my heart to helping us create a nationally and globally recognized podcast on people and performance. I am so excited about what the future holds for us as we move to the People Dividend on February 13th, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you. One of the best things that will occur with the People Dividend is that we will be doing video recording. A YouTube channel has been created, Mike Horne, and it's fabulous. And I hope it also provides an easy way for you to share what comes out of what comes out of this podcast, now the People Dividend, and share it with those who are interested in helping to change the world through organization development and, in particular, executive coaching. So, as many of you know, as the loyal listeners know, this podcast has been all about promoting authentic change and personal growth. It arose from my book, Integrity by Design, Working and Living Authentically. And today we're going to delve into a topic that is so close to my heart, and that is executive coaching. Executive coaching is often an overlooked intervention within organization development, and yet we can trace its origins and roots back to founders and pioneers in the field, including Dick Beckhard and Edie Seashore. So let's think a little bit about executive coaching and what it is. First, it's an incredible tool for fostering personal growth and to drive organizational success. For me, when I think about executive coaching, it's all about enhancing leadership capabilities and transforming behaviors for the long run. I've seen too many people who consider executive coaching and they hem and haw, and their delays are really just excuses rather than taking that same time that they took delays and using that as the foundation for progress for their increased happiness, their increased productivity, in bringing and fostering more meaning into an organization. When you think about executive coaching, it's all about enhancing leadership capabilities for the long run. It's like having a personal trainer, just as you might use at the gym, as many of us have done. But executive coaching is really centered on your professional development and, in the long term, the development of your team and your organization. You'll see a companion blog if you visit mike-horne.com on the power of executive coaching. I'd encourage you to read it as it relates directly to today's podcast, and I think provides a nice overview of what's ahead for the people dividend. So be sure to visit mike-horne.com, check out our weekly blog section, and pick up this one article, which is now available on executive coaching. And in that article, I relate a success story from the STEM field: science, technology, engineering, and math. Many of my clients and so much of my experience has been gained in STEM. And the case study explores Shantanu Narayan, the chair and chief executive of Adobe, which is, as all of you know, and probably use Adobe products every day, sometimes without knowing it. Adobe is one of the world's largest and most diversified software companies. When Narayan took the helm of Adobe back in 2007, when he took the reins as CEO, he did onboard earlier as the chief operating officer. He was really known for his technocratic style rather than his leadership skills. And as I think about my clients, this is true for many of them. They rise, they succeed, they continue to succeed on the basis of their technical strengths. But like many others among my clients, Narayan recognized the need for change. And in now what's, some widely reported cases, he sought out executive coaching. Just to imagine the shift that took place at Adobe, perhaps as a consequence of executive coaching. And these same benefits are routinely available to those who want to engage with me. But let's look at the shift that took place. One of the things that Narayan developed was his emotional intelligence and his communication skills, which I think made him more effective at inspiring and engaging his team. And after all, who wouldn't want that as an executive? Less stress, less pain, more happiness, more growth. Because the result for Narayan was the increased collaboration and innovation within Adobe, which really propelled the company to new heights. And that ultimately is a testament to the transformative power of executive coaching. These opportunities that arise through executive coaching are within reach. And when you're ready to begin the journey, whether you're a human resources executive who's listening to this, or a coach, or someone from the STEM field, I encourage you, reach out, contact me, particularly as we embark on this new journey. You see me doing it in response to feedback. I'm embarking on a new journey with the people dividend and our work on people-centered performance, which is really at the heart of organizational growth. I've thought long and hard about what is common among organizations, and what I now understand, having consulted and led teams around the world, is that organizations have one thing in common, and that is that they expire. Except for those organizations that are able to innovate. And innovation is core to creating 100-year, 200-year brands. And it's those of us who are the mere mortals in these organizations, the executives who lead change, to really get jazzed up, to get excited about the possibilities that are ahead for them, both personally and professionally, and for their organizational teams. If there's one thing I know about my clients, they are success-oriented. And it's one of the great delights for me in being able to assist people with their goal-directed behaviors. We have to remember, though, executive coaching isn't just an individual investment. If you're going to spend what it takes to work with me, $40,000, $50,000 for a coaching engagement, we have to remember that this is an investment in the entire organization. While we're working on increasing your resilience, your happiness, your leadership efficacy, we're really working at these for the benefit of the organization. So when I coach executives and we begin to collect data and we think about all of the noise and information that's around them, we have to remember that the benefits of executive coaching extend far beyond that sweet corner to the extent that those still exist, but it extends far beyond the executive's office, and it will make a positive impact on the corporate culture in creating a more meaningful and productive work environment. And I think this is really key in executive coaching. Sometimes in post-mortems of executive coaching, we'll survey those around the executive and ask them, did you notice any change? Maybe some people say, well, no, not really. While the executive, on the other hand, says, oh, yes, I benefited from this enormously. So that's why data collection, getting others involved at the get-go of an executive coaching assignment is so important to garner that feedback, and to have an executive coach who respects the executive, and not only respects the executive, but is willing to speak truth to power, to be a confidant. Many people that tell me that what I bring is I bring care, I bring competence, I bring confidence. And it's those attributes that help to create successful coaching engagements. But if you really want to unlock the potential of executive coaching, there is a need for the right mindset. It's no use to defer coaching or say, oh, I'm going to take a wait and see approaches. Let me see what happens and see if time will heal all wounds. Abe Maslow is noted for saying that time heals all wounds. Time wounds all heals. And I'd encourage that as an incentive for getting started now to make meaningful progress. You've got to have, though, as you engage with me or another executive coach, you've got to have an openness to learning, a commitment to personal growth, and a willingness to push beyond your comfort zone. It's often this comfort zone, this technical expertise that gets in the way of talent really blooming and developing and creating more information. It's often because my client knows the best way. They are often the smartest person at the table. But if that's what they lead with, if that's what they cajole their staff with, their team members with, really creates a stop in progress for the organization and the ability of others to lead and to transform. So what I always tell my clients, my executive coaching clients, is that as a leader, you need to embrace the opportunity to evolve, to grow, and to realize it's not just beneficial for yourself, but this is about the entire team. It's about the organization that you lead and for which you have accountability and for which you're responsible for. So for everyone listening, I extend an invitation to embark on this journey of personal and professional development. I'm combining 30 years of experience gained around the world, coaching executives and their teams, creating change in organizations, working with the use of self and agentic behaviors, making some use out of what we know about ourselves to redefine leadership trajectories. Because I believe that with commitment, with openness to change and the right guidance, we can unlock the full potential and drive organizations to new success. Look, this isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. I take a bespoke approach to my work, and perhaps what I do best is I am a skilled listener, as Dick Beckhard used to say. It's that ability to keenly listen, Dick Beckhard, pioneer in organization development, and to offer a good idea based on that listening that is often part of the transformative journey. So I encourage you, as you think about 2024, here we are, we're already in the second week of February. We've got 10 and a half months to get it done. Don't squander these 10 and a half months. Let's think about getting involved, getting engaged, and hiring a coach that's not going to make you promises based on yesterday's news or this or that client experience, but someone who can fully engage with you to make progress that is unique to your organization and to your transformative journey. Let's not leave your organization or your team behind. And again, as we wrap up Authentic Change with Mike Horne, thank you. Thank you for joining me on this journey, this 2+ year journey of podcasting. Change is a process. It is not an event. I hope I'm demonstrating that in my new work, in my new beginnings with the people dividend and people-centered performance, as we rest on the bedrock of authenticity and integrity, and that we make change authentic for you. So I invite you to join me on the People Dividend launching on February 13th. But in the meantime, as you've listened to this podcast, we've got a week to go. Keep growing, keep learning, keep making a difference. Thank you so much. Be sure to visit me at mike-horne.com. You'll begin to see a new website that embraces the concept of people-centered performance. I encourage you to visit me on this journey and to be with me. We already have a schedule of great guests for the People Dividend, the new podcast beginning on February 13th, hopefully coincidental with the new website launch at mike-horne.com. The lineup, the schedule is absolutely terrific. So just in closing, I want to remind you again, go back and listen to some of the episodes. Over the last few weeks, I've been able to do some recaps of what we've done on Authentic Change, but hopefully begin to preview what the People Dividend is, what it will mean to you, and how we will keep growing, learning, and making a difference. So I'll see you around the corner on February 13th as the People Dividend launches. To all of my colleagues, friends, loyal listeners, and supporters, stay well. I'll see you on the People Dividend beginning February 13th.
Thank you for listening to the Authentic Change podcast. I'm delighted that you've tuned in to listen. Please visit the show notes for links to topics discussed in today's podcast. To download a free ebook on authentic change and leadership and to subscribe to my newsletter, please visit mike-horne.com. Once again, mike-horne.com, mike-horne.com. Once again, thank you for listening to the Authentic Change podcast.